Ayo, what's up? I'm CoolPikachu and welcome to my speed draw of PokeSubspecies. This series will all be going through the whole Johto Pokedex, designing 4 different variants of each Pokemon individual. Next up, we got the land snake Pokemon, Dunsparce, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Fun fact, Dunsparce used to be one of my favorite Pokemon. Way back when I only knew about Pokemon through Yellow and Gold versions, I watched my older brother run into this Pokemon in a cave, and I fell in love with it. I hardly knew anything about it, but I love the design. For these variations, I decided to change up the pattern on its back and paired this idea with each species of Dunsparce inhabiting different types of environments. To start it off, we've got the blue tip. This particular variation would live in underwater caves. The pattern on its back are waves instead of stripes. I gave the variation external gill-like things on the side, as well as a small fin located on the top of its head. For the tail, I took the idea of how Dunsparce uses it to burrow into the ground, and instead designed little rudders for it to propel itself through the water faster. As for the colors, I used a dark blue for the stripes, rings around the eyes, and mouth. The next one is the Diamondback. This species of Dunsparce would make its home in dry areas such as the desert. Dunsparce already takes inspiration from rattlesnakes, so I tried to bring that part of its design out more since it would live in the desert. I switched up the pattern on its back to have diamond patterns instead of its normal stripes. I also gave it 2 little spikes above the eyes, since some snakes and lizards that live in the desert have that. For the color palette, I used lighter colors such as a lighter pale yellow, as well as a lightish green blue. Up next, we've got the Spotted Back. This variation of Dunsparce would live in the shelter of forest or jungles. As the name suggests, I designed the pattern on its back to have spots instead of stripes. The idea was that it would be able to blend in more with the foliage, similar to why a lot of jungle creatures have spots. Funnily enough, the pattern looks a lot like a Yoshi egg, especially after I colored it. I gave it a more saturated yellow color, as well as a more greenish hue to the spots and mouth part. And last of all, we've got the Stickleback. This species of Dunsparce would live in higher climates, such as in the mountains. I gave the design lots of spikes on the head, and also having a trail of them down the back. I ended up keeping the stripe pattern of the standard Dunsparce, but I added spikes to its tail. I gave this variation of Dunsparce a darker color palette because I thought it worked well with its environment. The yellow is a much darker hue, as well as the dark green for the areas that were supposed to be light blue. And there you have it, a little explanation of each subspecies of Dunsparce. Don't forget to give that like button a little electric shock down below, and if you want to see more of my videos, join the PikaClan by subscribing. Just remember to keep it cool. Catch you all later.